Hey ladies, happy Friday. I am excited to join you live today and do a video on overwhelm. This, I know it comes up for everyone when you're getting started in your business. It was definitely a huge thing for me when I was getting started in my business. And truly, like, overwhelm is such an uncomfortable feeling for us. And one of the things that can really like take us out and make us stop moving forward with our business. So I want to talk about it. I want to talk about why it happens, some tips you can do to help prevent it. If you hop on, say hello. Hey, Roxy, I'm glad you're joining me. And we're having an interesting day here in Wisconsin. It's like 30 something degrees, so it could practically snow, which is a bit of a surprise after it's been actually super nice outside the last couple days. So I'm dealing with that today, but it's okay because I went to yoga this morning and that was nice and relaxing. So overwhelm. How this shows up for us in our business, a couple different ways. So one of the biggest ways, and one of the biggest ways that showed up for me when I was getting started, is what I like to call analysis paralysis. So when you are sitting there thinking about what to do and not knowing what to do and wondering what you should be doing, so instead you do nothing. I got stuck there a lot. And the thing is too, like, when you get stuck there, I think it's a good place, not a good place, but it's a place where self-sabotage will really come in for us a lot of times. And it comes in a lot of different ways. So it could be procrastination, it could be hiding, it could be, for those of us who, like, I know even for me, like, I have a history of like struggling with emotional eating and stuff. So for me, like, that's one of those habits that will really like pop up and start making me kind of want to go in that direction if I'm feeling really overwhelmed and kind of getting stuck in that analysis paralysis, because we're trying to escape from that feeling, trying to escape from that feeling, that overwhelm. And so we're trying to look for something to get us out of there, to numb us. Sometimes it can be like getting on social media and totally numbing out and just like scrolling and not really even knowing what you're looking for. And like 3 hours later, you're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And you end up feeling shitty and probably comparing yourself to everyone else online and just getting totally lost from what you were even starting out to do in the first place. So I know these are common things that happen when we're getting started, and especially when you're feeling that overwhelm and not really knowing where to go first. So if you've ever had any of those things happen, let me know, give me a little wave, because I do hear it a lot. And like I said, I've dealt with all those different things. The other thing, like really feeling like you're spinning your wheels. So sometimes you might feel like you're taking a lot of action, but you're not really getting anywhere. Because you don't really even know what to be doing. So you kind of feel like I'm doing like all these random things, but nothing is really leading to the results that I want to be getting. And that can be exhausting too. So, and feel really overwhelming. So what I wanted to let you guys know, Roxy's saying definitely. Yeah. I mean, it happens. I mean, the thing is, like, starting a business is new for most of us. Like, we haven't had a business before. There's a lot to learn. And starting a business, it brings up all of our crap. So it brings up all of our fears. It brings up all of our doubts about ourselves. Any sort of thing that we haven't really faced from the past, whether it's like a belief or, like emotions from the past, like that stuff just gets brought up through starting a business. And it's truly why it's such a cool process, because it allows us to move through a lot of these things. Like, it really, almost forces us to face them. So I think that there's so much growth that can happen through the process, but it also means that it's challenging, and it's why a lot of people don't start a business, because there is a lot that you have to go through to do it. You have to face a lot of those fears and be willing to not let them stop you and keep going, even when they're being thrown in your face. So this was actually a quote that I just came across today, but I think it's helpful because overwhelm is something that most people are going to face. And I think when this happens, or when we get those uncomfortable feelings, we either get a choice to, and this really comes with anything in life, but we get a choice to either live life according to our excuses, or why we can't do things, or why it's not going to work out, or why it's too hard, or we can live life according to our dreams and going towards those things and not letting our excuses stop us. So we all can have our excuses. We all can have reasons why we couldn't start a business, or it's not the right time, or we don't have enough money, or we don't know enough. Like, all of us could let that take us out of the game. Let that stop us. But we get to choose. And so, I think it's always important to go back to like why you want to start your business, and have that be important enough for you to choose to kind of push through those uncomfortable feelings, such as overwhelm, that are going to come up for you. So I wanted to give you some tips. So if you are stuck in overwhelm, I think it's helpful to know that you can do things differently, or you need to start doing things differently to get out of that feeling, or to get out of wherever it is that you feel like you're getting stuck. If you're stuck in like that analysis paralysis, just be like, okay, like, don't keep doing what you're doing and doing it in the exact same way. No, like, okay, I need to change something. I need to do things differently so I can start getting a different result. So kind of like that, the definition of insanity, keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. Like, that doesn't work. So if you're doing things and you're not getting the results, just be like, okay, like, I got to do something differently, and take like a step back without being so attached, and look at what you can do differently. And really, actually, I have some good tips for you, so you don't have to figure it out all on your own. And this is really what I've discovered just through my process and through starting my business. And like I said, the biggest thing for me when I was getting started, like, anytime I would work with other coaches, I usually told them, like, I feel completely overwhelmed. Like, I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm having a hard time knowing what to put attention on. And I just feel overwhelmed all the time. And so, like I said, it's not like that feeling has completely gone away. It still pops up for me, but I've definitely learned some things to do that really help as far as not getting stuck in it and being able to move through that, and run your business in a way that feels aligned and more like you're in a flow, as opposed to always feeling kind of like you're, you know what I mean? Like running around like a chicken with your head cut off, just like, not knowing what to focus on, which is never a good feeling. So some tips for you. So number one is clarity. Clarity on, first of all, like your vision as far as what your business looks like and how it fits into your life. I think that's really, really important, because before you can create anything, you have to know what you want it to look like. You don't necessarily need to know all the little details, but you need to know, like, overall, like what you want your business to look like, and really how you want it to fit into your life. And just to even give you an example, when I first started my business, I was doing chiropractic and nutrition. I was working out of like an office, more like a traditional business as you would see it, as opposed to an online business. But that wasn't my vision, right? Like, my vision was to have an online business. I knew I wanted that. I knew it was important to have that flexibility, and that freedom. Oh, hi, Samoya. Am I saying your name right? Every time you come on, I'm like, I gotta remember how to say it. Maybe that was closer. So really knowing what you want what your business to look like, though, so that you know what it is you're wanting to create, because otherwise you might be doing things that aren't leading you to where you want to go, such as me creating a business that wasn't really what I wanted to be doing, which was like working out of an office and having that format of working with people, not doing coaching, doing just nutrition and chiropractic, when I knew I really wanted to be doing more of like the coaching and the emotional work with people. So I would have saved myself a lot of time and energy if in the first place I was like, this is my vision, this is what I want, and then I started moving towards that, as opposed to not really stopping and figuring that out, and instead doing what I thought I should be doing and moving towards that. So stop before you even get started and get clear on your vision, what you want. Like I said, you don't need to know all the details, but at least like an overall idea. Then the other things as far as clarity, of course, knowing who you want to work with, going back to your ideal client, like that's always a big one. I talk about it every time, but it's what we build your whole business around. It's what we build all your marketing around. So you got to know this before you can really move forward with anything else. Plus to even get clients, like if you don't know who you want to be working with, and the other thing is what your program is or what that looks like, kind of like the structure for it. It's really hard to even get clients because you're like, I don't really know who I work with. I don't really know what I help them with or what results I help them get. So how are you supposed to tell other people when you don't know yourself? So number one, like getting clarity around those things, really knowing who your ideal client is, what those programs or what your program is that you're going to be offering, and being able to communicate that to other people. And then the vision for your business overall, like knowing those things, really good. It's going to make a lot of difference as far as feeling overwhelmed because then like your desired end destination when you have that vision. So if you think about it this way, let's say I decided I wanted to go on a trip somewhere, but I didn't decide where I was going, or I didn't decide where I wanted to go. It would be very challenging to get anywhere because I wouldn't know where to turn. I wouldn't know when I wanted to turn. I wouldn't know what direction to go. So who knows where I'm going to end up, right? Whereas now if we think about it, like we put in the end destination, like in our GPS, and it tells us exactly how to get there. It's really the same thing with anything that we want to create in our life. If we know where that final destination is that we want to be going, then we can start taking very deliberate action to get there. But if we don't really decide, then it's kind of like a crapshoot, you know what I mean? We're just like, turning here and there and trying random things and not really knowing why we're doing anything or where we're headed. So it makes a huge difference, like stop and decide, like, what is my final destination? What is it that I am going towards? And really starting to take action to take you there. So that's really going to make a difference. And then going back to that visual too, then like step by step where to turn, just like your GPS is going to be like, turn left here, turn right there. It's the same thing with anything that we want to create in our life. You're going to get like step-by-step guidance as far as where to be turning, what to be doing. And then the other thing I would say when it comes to all of that too, is getting a roadmap, right? So there are people who have done what it is that you're wanting to do, which is start a coaching business. So the best way to do that, or the fastest way to do that and learn how to do it efficiently, would be to learn from someone else who's already done it. So I've done this in my business. Like I didn't try to at first I tried to figure things out on my own, very short amount of time. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to get help. And I've been doing this throughout my business. I have invested over and over and over again as far as working with mentors to show me the way, like show me the best way to do things. Because it's silly to go out there and reinvent the wheel and try to figure it all out on your own. You're much better to follow a proven path that works. And that doesn't mean you need to follow it like absolutely in the lines, like 100%, because there is room for like your intuition to come in and to help guide you as well. But for the most part, like if you're following a proven path, it makes a huge difference, and you're going to save yourself a lot of tears, a lot of frustration, a lot of, taking wrong turns. No matter what, you're still going to have those. Like it's just part of the process, part of doing something new, part of anything that we do in our life. Like you're going to have wrong turns, you're going to have bumps in the road. Like it's just the way it is. But you're going to avoid a lot of them if you're taking a proven path to get to where you want to go. Because it's always silly to reinvent the wheel. Like always learn. Shoot, I forgot to turn on the airplane mode and I got a call. That always happens. Oh no. So reminder to everyone, put your phone on airplane. I don't know if it's on airplane. No, it's not airplane mode. It's on like the snooze thing so that you don't get calls during your videos. So anyways, What was I saying? So having the roadmap makes a huge difference. Learning from someone else makes a huge difference. The do not disturb, that's what it is, Allie. Yeah. I always say I'm going to do it, and then I forget to do it when I start my video. And of course, like, people happen to call while I'm doing my video. It's not like I get tons and tons of calls. So, but the roadmap, yeah. So do that. So get help, get support. If you're feeling totally lost, it makes a huge difference. I've done it each step away around in my business. And I think it also makes the difference between the people who are really committed and going to make something happen, that they're willing to get that roadmap, they're willing to invest in their business and show that I'm serious about this, I'm going to make it happen. So, but that takes away a lot of the overwhelm, really is knowing, like, step by step what to do. It works, and you don't have to figure it all out on your own. So a few other things I had that I wanted to add for you guys. So another one is, this is a big one, but letting go. So letting go of knowing exactly how everything is going to work, exactly when everything is going to work, and allowing like a little room and flexibility there to not exactly know like what the whole path is going to look like along the way. So if you think about it too, like if you go back to the analogy of like driving down the road, when you're going somewhere, you can't see the whole road in front of you, right? Like if you look at your GPS, you can kind of look back and see like the whole route. But when you're driving, you can only see what's right in front of you. And then you get further ahead and you can see more and you can see more. So it's the same thing with our business, or anything that we're doing in our life. Like we have to just kind of keep moving forward and seeing where as we get further, we can see more of the road ahead of us, right? But we can't see, like if I was driving to, let's say California or something, I couldn't see California like when I'm in the start, like I can only see it as I get closer. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean you're not headed in the right direction. So to kind of take that back, and that comes into like trusting the process and knowing like as long as you're taking aligned action, and you know where you're wanting to be moving, you're knowing where that end destination is, that you're moving towards what it is that you want, and trusting that even though you can't see the totally end destination. And you don't see it till like right when you get there. So that's where a lot of people get stuck too. They're like, I'm not getting the results, or, things aren't happening. And they're still going in the right direction. You're still like moving towards those things, and you're just not quite there yet. So you just got to keep going a little further. And a lot of people are almost there, are very close to getting somewhere, and they quit because they're not seeing the end result. And that's where just like that trust and being really committed to something and being like, I'm going to make it happen. That's where that really comes into play. So the other things I would just say, letting go of perfection, letting go of having to do it right and get it, perfectly every time. Those things really help a lot. Like I said, there's proven paths you can follow, but within that path, like we're doing our own work. So we got to let go of like this, like white knuckling everything, like everything's got to be perfect. Everything's got to be just right. You gotta let go of that a little bit and like relax and let a little flow to come in, because otherwise it's really hard to move forward. Allie's saying, even if you can't see it, it's working. Absolutely 100%. Allie has seen that it's in your own business, and it's true. And being vibrationally available, like absolutely. So we live in a vibrational universe, and so when we can open ourselves up and like raise that vibration, we're making ourselves available to all that good stuff that is available to us and coming towards us. So so someone said the struggle is real. It is, but it doesn't have to be bad. It can be good. Like it's all a learning process, and the more you can like open yourself up to that, open yourself up vibrationally, like then you're aligning yourself with the stuff that you want to be moving towards. And it's a good feeling. It becomes fun. It becomes a flow, as opposed to, like I said, like when you're like clinging on to everything and it feels like really tough, or like you're going against the flow. So a few other like little tips that I just wanted to give you as far as the overwhelm, and helping to avoid that I have found helpful. Number one, like using a planner, using a paper planner. I always tell all my clients, like, get a paper planner, something that you can write your stuff out in, and plan like what things you need to be doing each week. And then typically I split it up and I'll put it on each day too. And then the other thing that's really important is to be focusing on the things that actually help you move forward and making those your priority as far as where you're putting your focus in the day. So there's a lot of different things that we can be doing with our time, but you really want to be focusing on the things that are getting you results, because there's a lot that we can get distracted with. There's a lot that we can spend a lot of time doing that doesn't really move us forward in any way, such as answering every little email, answering, every time we get a notification on Facebook, going and checking it. Like, that stuff is going to distract you. It's going to throw you off track. And when you are constantly reacting to everything, you're not necessarily putting your attention on the things that are most important for helping you get results. And instead you're letting everyone else, like the outside world, run your business really for you, or run your life for you. So you want to be intentional about what you're doing, put your focus on the things that help you get results, and making sure that those are number one priority in your to-do list. So that makes a huge difference. And that's definitely something that I've been putting into place. It's always something I'm continuing to work on. I will admit that I am not the most organized person. I am not the best person at like making lists and following through and planning. Like, it is not my strongest suit. So even if you feel like that for you, it doesn't mean that it has to hold you back in your business. You just gotta be okay with it and find ways that work for you. And like I said, like that paper planner, keeping it simple, making lists, like putting it on the right days, like it keeps it really simple for me and it works. So once again, then you're prioritizing your day, you're running your day, and you're not letting your business and other people run things for you. Because it can be really easy to just get totally caught up in the Facebook craziness and, answering everyone's little post and just losing yourself in that. So you focus and do what you know is going to help you move forward and what serves you. Allie's saying the planner is a lifesaver. It is. Did you get the passion planner, Allie? I'm trying to remember. I love the passion planner. So if you're looking for a good one, that's a good one. It's simple and pretty light and easy to carry with you. So that's what I've been using. Ellie says no. That's good. I mean, there's plenty of other ones. There's nothing like super special about the passion planner. It's just the one I've gotten the last couple of years, and it's worked for me. So, a Target one. Nice. Target has good stuff too. So as long as it works for you, that is all that matters. So that's what I had for you guys today on overwhelm. I hope you found that helpful. Let me know if you have any specific questions or any certain areas in your business where you feel like you're feeling totally overwhelmed with them. I'm happy to help you out and help you move forward. The other thing I'd say, like, if you are stuck in that place of analysis paralysis or spinning your wheels or, not really knowing what action to take, let me know, because I can help you. I can help you, and it doesn't have to be challenging. I can let you know, like, this is what you need to do. These are the steps you need to take. I'd be happy to hop on a phone call with you and just help you see that path that you can be taking so you don't have to spin your wheels. It makes a huge, huge, huge difference. And you can start getting results now as opposed to spending weeks, months, years getting stuck in the same place. So if you're interested in that, I will put a link. You can grab a spot on my calendar and I'd be happy to talk to you about that. And we'll come up with a plan together so you don't have to do it all on your own. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you catch the replay and have any questions, let me know. And otherwise, I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. And hopefully we all get nice weather and that it doesn't snow here. I don't think it will, but it's almost cold enough too. So I will talk to all you guys soon. Thanks so much for everyone who joined me live, and have a great rest of your Friday. Allie was asking where I get my sweaters. So I will tell you, I have like 3 different sweaters that are like this, but in different colors because they're fuzzy and I love them. And it's actually H&M. So, and they've had them a few different years, so I would check there. I don't know if they're gonna have them right now, but that's what this one is. But yeah, I like their sweaters, and I like fuzzy sweaters, anything that's comfortable. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll talk to all you guys soon. Bye.